Today I'm forcing two 100-year-old civilizations to fight. It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna have the Plains civilization going up against the Savannah civilization. Let's find out who will win. So to start it off, we have our two lovely plots of land here. The Plains, which I'm gonna go ahead and drop 10 people on. And then we have the Savannah, which again, 10 people will be dropped down on. And we're gonna let these 10 people on each side live for 100 years. And then they're gonna fight. So let's start it off. You guys can definitely see things are populating. There's trees coming up. There's gonna be bushes. There's gonna be probably, we're gonna give each side chickens. Two chickens, two chickens. There we go. And already you can see civilizations are popping up. They definitely did not want to live together. That's all I know. They're splitting up. You got the Savannah side with 3 different kingdoms, and then you have the Plains side with 2 kingdoms. Why this one solo person? You know what, person, that's me. This is me right here, living on my own. So I'm gonna let these guys figure out their stuff. To begin with, I'll check up yearly. Then we'll probably skip to bi-yearly or even 3 times a year, or who knows? Oh, did I mention every 25 years there will be a natural disaster? Yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right, so we're on year number 4 and both sides seem to do pretty well. This side already has 9 individuals and 6 up here. So they're coming along 7. They just had a baby. They're coming along pretty well. Camps being set up. We finally have another little structure being built over there. This side, on the other hand, the loner up here, me, Steve, he's got 3 people now. So that's pretty neato. These guys are still doing pretty well. It's heavily wooded in that area. So interested to see. Maybe I'll start a forest fire over there. Who knows? 6 years in, ladies and gentlemen, and they're still doing fine. Populations are growing. Kingdoms are rising. I mean, just look at these guys. 17 people. 12 up here. We got to figure out if they're going to be friendly with each other, if they're going to end up... Territories are getting close. Oh, no, this guy lost. Oh, no, he's getting attacked right now by a rhino. They lost one person. That's never a good sign. We are now 10 years in. These 10 people turned into 46 individuals, and we have our first large buildings being made. We have a dock over here. These civilizations are doing great. Now, if we come over to the flip side, Steve's all alone again. It always comes back to Steve being alone. What is this? His base is actually being destroyed, right? Poor Steve. Down here, we have 25 lovely individuals, still doing well, and 24 over on this side. Docks are made on this side as well. We might start to see some conflict. 12 years in, and Steve is now eliminated, guys. Steve did not survive on his own. That is so sad. Now, that being said, we have this new... are they a subsect? I think they're a subsect over here. They kind of branched out on their own, but they're still the same color, which makes me think that they're still in it together. 15 years in, and we have... another subsect popping up here for the green people in the Plains. They're doing their job. Looks like this guy's trying to find a place to settle, but I'm not entirely sure if that's what it means. Red side, on the other hand, still no additional subsects. However, their numbers are growing rapidly. What's this? This might be a new settlement coming down here. We'll find out in a couple years. 20 years in, and it looks like we might be having some conflict. These guys both have shields, which makes me think that they're defensive. And these guys have what looks like an attacking symbol. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. The years will be able to tell, but we have a new Steve. In memory of Steve, you will live in solitary. Good luck, Steve. May you do better than the last. Okay, we are now 22 years in, and we had a small fight right there. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but these guys are duking it out. They are taking each other down. They're gonna really hurt their chances of winning this war. There's a lot going on here. 25 years in, and we have big news, guys. Big things happened. The war has been settled, and it is now just all red side. It is all red side over here. Orange no longer exists. Steve is doing great. Steve nailed it, guys. However, over on this side, we still have 2 separate territories. They're still working their things out. But it's been 25 years, so let's get a disaster. I think the first one just needs to be a tornado. And I'm going to put it in between the two largest cities on each side. So one tornado goes there, one tornado goes there, and let's play it out. Let's see what happens with this tornado, how long it lasts for. This tornado is doing some damage. Look at these people who are just getting swept up. This tornado, on the other hand, literally left the savannah side and came over to the plains side. That is very unfortunate for the plains people. And this tornado has been going on for literally months, guys. You can see down here, year 25 is almost over, and they had to deal with 2 tornadoes. Oh my goodness, they're still going right through the center of town. Oh my goodness, I feel genuinely bad for the plains side. These tornadoes are just destroying them. Will they ever stop is the real question. I don't know if they ever stop, guys. I might have made a problem. Blue side might be in some serious trouble. It looks like there's only 1 tornado left, and it is still just wreaking havoc. There's a battle. Potentially, we might have fights going on this year between green and blue after the tornado devastated the blue side. The tornado shrunk again. I think it's almost over. I think it's going to be gone any minute now, unless it intensifies again. This tornado is just insane. The fact that it is still going 2 years after the fact. It's got to end eventually, right? All right, the tornado has ended. War is getting ready to be waged. I think Savannah side has got the huge advantage right now. The tornado ripped through blue side and green side, the plain side, way more than it did the Savannah side. All right, just checking in on this. 40 years in, guys, and these guys are doing work. They have windmills, they have docks. Things are happening over here, maybe, possibly. A lot of windmills on this side. This side, same situation. Many windmills, many farms going on. This windmill's looking strong. Our world population is at 580 people. That's a lot. We've had 134 deaths in 40 years. It's a decent amount. If I had to guess right now, I'd say red side has the clear advantage. I think that they've just got more population. So let's check back in at 50 years. I know I said 50 years, but at 48 years, we've got conflict. We've got troubles, guys. These guys are going at it already. They hate each other. Blue side is trying to take over red side. Blue is also trying to settle in the Savannah side. This is big conflicts, guys. This could be bad for the Savannah side. And we are now at 50 years. And we have changed ages as well. We went from the age of hope to the age of moon. I had no control over that. Apparently it happens every 50 years. So now that we're 50 years in, and it is the age of the moon, we see that green now has stakes over here. I genuinely don't know if green, blue, or red are gonna win now. But ultimately, it's plains versus savannas, and plains are definitely winning. Let's go ahead and get a natural disaster. I'm gonna go ahead and drop an earthquake on each side, right in the middle of green and blue, and then also one right there. And then we're gonna unpause it, and we're gonna see how they react to this new situation they got going on. This earthquake literally wrecked green side over here. That is so bad for them. Looks like blue lost a capital, that's about it. And red side, they lost some land and some houses, but not nearly as bad as the blue side did. And while we were talking about that, green is no longer on the Savannah side, so they've been kicked out. 60 years in and we have more conflict. Blue is over on the red side. It seems to be a lot of invasion on blue's behalf, but all things considered, red is defending fairly well. It's 62 years in, and a tornado actually appeared on its own, wrecking through red side and going out into the ocean to die off. At 67 years, we have some fighting going on from red. Is that a source? I don't even know if that's... I don't know what they were fighting, but we had some conflict over here. There seems to be a pyromancer or a mage or maybe even a steadfast over here just burning everything. Same thing appears to be happening over here. All the trees are lit on fire. That's no good. I don't know what happened, but they got to get their stuff together. All right, looks like we had more earthquake just naturally happen over here, and it took out a bunch of houses. That was a natural, it wasn't an earthquake per se, because this is what the earthquake did. But it said, brrr, ground rumbled, and then we have a bunch of destroyed houses and land over here. So, that being said, I'm gonna call it aftershock 25 years after the fact, and that's what happened over here. 73 years in, and this looks like the plague is happening over on this side. It's not going well, guys. If that is a plague of some sort, it's all over. They've defeated it, but now what happens to that land? Is the plague gonna continue to spread? Is it gonna regress? What's gonna happen? I need to know. Okay, we're now 75 years in, and I think this is the perfect time to connect some land. We're gonna connect here, we're gonna connect here, making sure not to really destroy too much. We're gonna connect this a little bit more, I guess. We can connect down here. And let's see what happens, guys. There's already a lot of movement going on, which kind of scares me. We also have to hit them with a natural disaster. So, if we're starting off the war, I think it's time. Each town, each side gets hit with an atomic bomb. I'm gonna do this on the largest city of each side. So we have 75 people over here, and we have 71 people over here. Oh my goodness. That was devastating to each side, guys. That is brutal. The only time can tell what's gonna happen. All right, guys, 10 years after the nukes were dropped, things are not going well for blue. Blue is almost completely taken out. Red, I think, is the stronger team. They're definitely putting up a strong show of force. And am I surprised 90 years in, green has complete control? I think they're gonna win. Red is down to 3 small territories left. Green has, like, map coverage. They have them cornered. Let's see if they can hold off. 95 years in, not much has changed. You guys can tell over here, there's a lot going on. This city is hustling and bustling. Red side is, again, still just kind of cornered, not looking the greatest, but green is definitely overtaken. They're just crushing it. Only 5 more years, though. And right after I said only 5 more years, just 1 year later, we got ourselves back to the age of hope. Maybe red team has a chance. I doubt it. Guys, we're 100 years in, and just on the dot, 100 years in, and green team has destroyed it. The Plains wins. Congratulations, green team. And to congratulate the green team on their victory, we're gonna go ahead and drop a whole bunch of bombs. We're gonna destroy the whole world. How do you live? There we go. Have a good day.